Shut up and sit down.
I'm Alex of All Trades, and this is the PostView review for Jurassic World. This movie is dripping in irony at times. There are some gems of characterization and animal behavior, but some plot points aren't hit hard enough. Some of the major, less subtle animal acts are unrealistic, and the more in-your-face characterization is horrible. And some things that could have been ironic ended up being obvious attempts at nostalgia. The irony within the narrative is sometimes shocking in its blatant attempts to make fun of this reboot. Lowry's statements about the original park are obviously meant to be about the original movie, and it sets the tone of some parts of the movie to a T, such as the Williams score used originally on the first sight of live dinosaurs in the original, now being used with a sweeping shot of the commercialized park. I also felt that the irony about the park being overly commercialized was a big jab at Universal itself, what with their parks. Beyond the irony though, there were some great narrative elements, such as Owen covering himself in a chemical from the truck, or some of his lines, which tongue-in-cheek made fun of common movie issues, such as asking Hoskins if he hears himself when he talks, after Hoskins gives his very stupid plan for war use of the raptors, or Owen asking what it means for Claire to tie off her shirt and roll up her sleeves. One of the greatest ironic moments in the movie was Lowry's botched attempt to kiss his coworker. There were also great character moments, such as Zara on the phone talking about her wedding and her fiancé Alec not getting a bachelor party, or Lowry telling another character about his stepfather. I always felt like the dinosaurs acted like cats, and it was even clearer in this movie, with Owen training them using a freaking clicker. They even displayed acceptance blinks of Owen and serious attention, i.e. no blinks, whenever Hoskins was around. There were a couple of narrative points that weren't hit hard enough, such as the idea that the park was running at a loss for InGen, and that Hoskins and Henry were most likely tasked to find a way to make the dinosaurs profitable in other ways. This actually explains a lot of Indominus's abilities, just not to the extent that they were depicted in this movie. For example, cuttlefish are able to match their appearance to the world around them so well because of their W-shaped pupils. Indominus's pupils are clearly slits, so I doubt she can see well enough to match her skin to individual freaking leaves. I said that I also liked quite a bit of the animal behavior in the movie, but animal behavior is also where the biggest issue lies in Jurassic World. The Indominus Rex's behavior makes no sense. Despite her never having hunted before, I could see her going nuts and attacking a crap ton of apatosauruses, but predators really only have enough energy to hunt. Cats are the predator, with most of their predator behaviors intact that the majority of us will likely spend a good deal of time with, and they sleep all the time. After the Indominus kills a bunch of dinosaurs in that valley, she would then lie down and take a nap. Animal dysfunction does not account for her having more energy. It only accounts for an inability to breed or socialize. On the long list of things she can do, they forgot to include that she's fucking psychic, because she somehow knew people were coming after her and when and where they would catch up to her, because she laid a trap for them. Then there are all the blatant character elements that were horrible. I don't care about these kids and their stupid soon-to-be broken home. I care so little, I'm not sure which one is Zach and which one is Gray. I don't care about Claire's crazy need for control. As an anxious person who plans a lot of her time, I could have gotten behind this, but they turned her into a cartoon, what with her plan for a date. I don't plan a frickin' date with a printed schedule, and too many of Owen's lines were trailer bait. Then we have the nostalgia grabs, which actually create more narrative issues. So putting it on the same island as the original park meant we were going to see a bit of it. But considering how much money Universal, InGen needs to make off this park, they would not let the original building just waste away. That would be a freaking attraction. And they wouldn't just leave dinosaur bones lying around. There are issues that everyone else pointed out, and they are there, but I won't list them here because you can just go watch their videos. But these did have an effect on my rating. Instead, in the spoiler section, I'm going to go over the biggest moment of irony, so skip ahead to get my rating. So I mentioned the irony, but I didn't mention my favorite bit of irony in the narrative. The fact that the T-Rex and Raptor beat the new and improved dinosaur, which isn't as good as the real dinosaurs. Unlike Predators, Independence Day Resurgence, or The Force Awakens, all three of which want to show off their much bigger dicks than the original and how much better they are, Jurassic World takes a stand and says, no, the original dinosaurs are better. I loved that. For once, the new version wasn't better than the old version. Thank you. So I really wanted to give this movie a passing score upon watching it, but its main narrative arc has so many issues, too many really. I could tell that at least one of the people behind the creative force of this movie had an idea, a real idea. This movie could have been good. It had the gems of real ideas that were covered over by a crust of shitty ideas, which is why it isn't even worthy of a passing grade. So yeah, it only gets a 5 out of 10. Oh, and the Minosaur is going to starve to death. I can't spell Velociraptor, but you know what I can spell? Utah Raptor, which is what they actually are. Jurassic World. So fucking close! This was PostView Review, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share, subscribe, click that bell, leave a comment below, visit my blog at empatheticwriter.wordpress.com, and follow me on Patreon for exclusive content and a shout out on a video. Merch, 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 merch. Yeah. Check out my new shop at cafepress.com/AlexofAllTrades for all kinds of products with my face on them.